welcome to Becky's House of Sewing. I'm Becky, and it's Tuesday morning. I believe it's July 23rd. Sipping on some Morning Joe. I've been sneaking into work a little early, so I thought I would take a few minutes and sit down. I've tried to make this video several times. You know how Flosstubers say, I've tried several times, and it's just, I don't know if I've said this already or not. So, yes, Sunday I tried to do a video, and it just didn't work. So I decided, fiddle-dee-dee, Scarlett O'Hara, just do it another day. So that's what I'm doing. So I am coming to you now as an older, wiser woman of 50. Cheers to me. Thank you all for those of you who reached out for birthday wishes. It was an ideal, perfect birthday. I got to spend it in the cool mountains where it was lovely, high 70s, low 80s, breezy. We had some summer thunderstorms. It was wonderful. And of course, it was also wonderful because I was with my parents. And if you know them, you know that they're awesome. So I am a lucky girl to have two wonderful parents. So happy birthday to Mom and Dad as well. They were also very sneaky. They colluded with a very close girlfriend of mine from high school who was in town and surprised me with my parents. And so we went to dinner and got to hang out and visit, and that was unexpected and wonderful. So thank you for colluding with my friend. She's one of their favorite people as well, so it worked out well. They were very delighted with themselves that they were able to pull one over on me, and that they got to work so closely with Liz. So that was fun. Let me share a couple crafty things I got for my birthday. Of course, I have some to me from me's, but my mom made me this, which is really sweet. So she finished it off with her initials, my initials, and my dad's initials, and birth dates involved in that. So that was cute and fun. So she said, I think that would make a really cute project bag. I might make it a wall hanging. I don't know. It's in my to be completed file. And then another friend gave me this little needle book. She does a lot of sashiko. So apparently I gave her the idea to make one as a needle book, so that's what I got for my birthday. And my friend Nicole had given me this back. I think I may have shown this last time, but just in case. I've got a cute little crafty bag. And this one was perfect. I switched around some bags because I have the Rosewood Manor. Let me get it out. Let me just get it out. The Flowers of Quaker, which does not look pretty in the picture, I will say. But the flosses are with Valdani, which is why I had to buy it, because it came in a cute package. And I work at the Container Store, so you know I'm a sucker for a good packaging, a good container. And Nicole's bag came with this little companion piece, which was the perfect size, because I was having trouble with these threads kind of falling out. They don't have a lid once you open them. So look, this cute little box. And these are the threads. So see, I mean, let me show you. I haven't worked on it, which I'll get into in a minute. But here's where I'm at. See, so much prettier than the picture. Oh, no, I think it's this way. I better figure that out next time I get on it. So, that little guy is in here, so happy birthday to me. While I'm sharing, I can share my to me from me's, because that's kind of where my stitching's been. I haven't been stitching much. And it's a cautionary tale, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, End of June, I had a stitchy staycation, so I wanted to, just stitch. I wanted to be like Anna from the Curious Crafters and throw myself a work week of just stitching. What would it be like? Well, I overdid it. And I gave myself some tendinitis, which I'm recovering from. I'm doing the exercises and everything's fine, but honestly, it hasn't been comfortable stitching more than 1 or 2 threads. And I've had a little bit of startitis, and I've just been reveling in all the things I've received or purchased in the last little bit, that I kind of just am dreaming of future projects and have a little bit overwhelmed myself with the idea of all the things I want to do and the little time that I have to do them. Now, I think I'm very productive for a working woman and all that kind of stuff. I do not think I don't get a lot done, but I have so many ideas in my head of project bags I want to make, or quilts I want to make, or cross stitches I want to do, and none of these things are fast. So I need to have a little balance in my life. So I didn't even stitch on my birthday. I stitched the day before a little bit when I got to Boone, but I really didn't stitch on my birthday, though I did bring plenty to work on. So to me from me's. Let's start with the oldest one, which I put in my Liberty of London bag that I made myself. See the little, I embroidered the B and the 5-0 to commemorate my big birthday. I bought, and I think I've shown this before, but I've started it. The, oh goodness, sorry, there you go. Stitch in Time Saves 9, and this was an exclusive for that Stitch in Time shop in Australia. I wanted to try, I like this chart for a couple reasons. First of all, I haven't done an all red chart yet, so ding. This one has the birth date of July 1886, but there's no initials on it, which I thought was interesting. I liked the sampler, because who doesn't like a good sampler? And it was also done in a Versoix, which I hadn't tried before. So let me show you where my progress is on that bad boy. This is what is calling to me if I stitch at all. And I'm just giving myself a little bit of a break, not forcing anything, because that's not fun to force crafts and things that bring us joy. But this is so relaxing to stitch on. It's got a nice rhythm to it, and look how pretty those stitches are. I'm not trying to brag on my skill and ability, but this thread, it's been a delight to work with. So that's been very fun. I believe they used 1026 is what they gave me, and it's on a 40 count linen by Tabby Cat. It's Just the Ticket by Tabby Cat. I love this bag. Can I just show you the inside? Isn't that cute? A busy little bee. And of course I gave myself a fun charm. I don't know what it is about this mustard yellow zipper, but I really like it. My little charm. I gave myself my little label, and I got these from QuiltCon. Apparently this label maker is actually in North Carolina. I think in Asheville. I don't remember the name of it though. And then of course, since my other friend, I'm just going to call her my friend. We don't know each other really well, but we're friends. We're stitchy friends. I bought this bag to go with Caroline's Sal with the Artsy Housewife. I don't have the hard copy pattern, but I know a lot of people are stitching it, so you probably are familiar with it. It's called Weeds and Wildflowers. It's available in all things, you can buy it directly from the Artsy Housewife as a PDF, which is my current favorite form of using a chart, and or getting it directly from Evertotes. It is with Roxy flosses. I think there's a conversion, but I'm not sure. And why do I always get mixed up on this? This is how far I am. I know a lot of other people are very much further than I am, and it's not a race. It's not a comparison. I, again, have not really enjoyed stitching more than like a strand or more, and I've been making counting errors. So, this has not gotten as much attention, but I love the chart. I love the colors. I love the fabric because I got the whole kit. I got 40 count, and I forget the Roxy name of it. I want to say it's like Buttercup or something like that. Let's go with that. But everything is lovely about it except for my skill and ability. Let's have some more coffee. So, leaving the stitching behind as far as what I've done so far, we'll talk about plans later. I will say, Anna, if you decide to do a work week of sewing, take breaks. So when I came home, one of the goals for my stitchy vacation was to finish my halo quilt, which you all know I've done. It's delightful. I love it. Because I wanted to start my pinwheel quilt. I have a vision of a pinwheel quilt that is inspired by the movie You've Got Mail. Meg Ryan's character has a beautiful large pinwheel quilt in yummy browns and tans and creams, and I loved it. It was on point, and I was like, I can do that. And my mother and I have, she purchased an AccuCutter, the Go AccuCutter, and a set of dies, and has shared those with me. I have since purchased an electric Go cutter, which 100 times do the electric. And I got, recently I bought the set for the 12-inch blocks. So we've been sharing those back and forth, kind of as shared supplies. And I found my electric Go cutter, because they're not cheap. And they're not cheap, especially for what they are. Like, they are literally, they just automatically, when they turn on, they automatically start, and they push the right pressure amount on the die, and they pull it through, which is a lifesaver as far as, you wouldn't think that turning something is that hard, but we don't churn butter anymore. We don't make homemade ice cream that often. It's a lot of work. Especially if you think of the volume that you kind of need for most quilts. So the electric Go cutter I found really great deal. I think anything that's $500 or less is a steal of a deal, and you should go for it. And I found it on Facebook Marketplace. And that quilter was just kind of getting out of quilting. She just decided that she didn't want to do it anymore, and so I got a lot of accoutrement to go with it too. Great deal. So keep your eyes peeled out for that if you like. I started the pinwheel quilt with the smaller ones here, and decided they were like a finished 6-inch block. I decided too small. And so that's why I bought the 12-inch block set, thinking that I could make a 12-inch block, but the pinwheels, the shapes that I need that come in the box, actually turn it into an 8.5 finished block, which is what these guys are. So I've done I was smarter on the second time around. because the first time around I was so excited and I had pulled a lot of fabric that I went crazy. I was just cutting. Look. And this is a drop in the bucket of what I had. Now I've been able to use a lot of the solids, the low volumes and solids, but I still have a lot of these that are going to turn into something eventually. Unless anybody wants any. Anybody want any? Let me know. I'll send you some. I've got a few to spare. So, when I got home, Mom had all the AccuCutter stuff. So when I was up there, I was like, can I take the Electric Go and the 12 die block? Because I'll be back at the end of August, and I can bring it back with me at that time. But I wanted to get started on the pinwheel quilt because I was ready to go. And then I remembered my friend just had a baby, and I've been a distant friend. I've not stayed in touch well. So I felt like I could probably make her a quilt. And I was thinking, well, I don't really have any baby panels right now. I don't have anything a little bright or a lot of black and white. For baby quilts, I like to have a lot of contrast, kind of make their eyes go funny, to help them kind of learn to focus their eyes, and all that science is behind that, those black and white type things. So I was like, I have all these half square triangles that I could probably put together, and that's what I did. Let me move it up a little bit. So on Sunday, I did a little bit of work, and then in the afternoon I sewed all these half square triangles together. Ron, before you start going crazy, it's really not that fast. These were already cut. It was just, chain piecing right after, one after the other. It's going to be 30 by 40, so it's about 192 squares. And you can see I started sewing the rows together, and it's much smaller than it appears on the board, which is a fascinating process to me, how everything kind of shrinks down. So I just kind of made this pattern with the dark sides going one direction on one row and the opposite direction on the other row, just to kind of give it that little movement of eye. And I liked how I did some lights and darks and stuff like that. So hopefully, I have 16 rows and 4 of them are sewn together. So I hopefully can get that whipped up and for the next episode. So that's fun. It's a lot of brown. You don't see a lot of brown. Brown, I think, is making a little bit of comeback. I don't know why I'm attracted to it right now, but I am. And it's really pretty. And it's got a black and white feel, lights and darks. It'll be fun. And it's a baby. He does not care. That's the best part about making a quilt for a baby. You can put all the love in it you want, and they really do not care what it looks like. So, I think that's kind of like what I've been up to. Plans and little bit of thought here. So an exciting thing is happening is I am doing a little talk at my local Modern Quilt Guild, the Charlotte Modern Quilt Guild, next week. If you like to watch me talk, join the Modern Quilt Guild in Charlotte, and you can watch it. It's all remote, so it doesn't matter where you are. Little plug for the Modern Quilt Guild. So yeah, I've been working on that. It's the talk is focused with organization. They meet on a Tuesday evening, which typically my current schedule is working Tuesday evenings, so I haven't, though I am a member, I have not been able to really attend. So this is a way for me to contrive to contend, to attend the Modern Guild meeting. I'm like, well, if I'm doing it for networking, then it's fine. So I'll be talking about like what I do for the Container Stores. I go to customers' homes. I measure, I design, I help them kind of bring their projects to life. And I've worked there for nearly 14 years. It'll be 14 years in August. So there, I use a lot of the products now, and I shop there beforehand. So I use them a lot in my craft rooms, and obviously with all my crafty things, I love a good craft room organization. And so I'm going to talk about what I do, how I can help them, and then kind of talk about my favorite products. That's kind of fun. And so that's exciting, getting that all together. I haven't practiced, but I mean, I have a week. It'll be fine. And I'm just talking to friends. It's not like I'm not getting paid for it. It's all volunteer. Doesn't mean it doesn't have to be good, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not going on a national circuit. That's my point. And then I want to get this going here, and then continue to work on my pinwheel quilt. And get more cut out, more sewn, because they're very fun to sew. And work a little bit on that layout. Now, the things I mentioned in my mind that I would like to make, and I should have pulled it out, but I'm a little inspired by Tiger Lily. If you haven't watched her, I recommend that you watch her. She's a very fun lady, and she makes really cool bags, and she often goes to thrift stores and such and finds old linens and things like that to make project bags with and give them a new life and get them used and loved. And there's great debate and philosophy behind preserving or repurposing old embroidery and quilts and such like that. And I fall on both sides. But I have been given, through my other quilt guild, somebody's aunt had a lot of orphan blocks and unfinished work. And these are old. Dare I say 40s or later, maybe? I don't think 50s. I think 40s or 30s or 40s. And she made a lot of things for her family members. And these were like the leftover blocks that she couldn't figure out what to do, or she was honestly probably a little tired. Like, I've done enough. We've preserved enough. These are her leftovers. And I said I'd be happy to rehome them. And I think they'd make a great project keeper of sorts. So I think I'm going to do that. Some of the blocks are not complete. They're kind of a Dresden style, so some of the centers are missing. But I think it's going to be fun to mull over. And then, again, from the things that I've been gifted or purchased lately, I have a panel of Lori Holt project bags with the zippers that came with them. So I need to put those together, or I want to put those together. I've recently made some bags for a friend who wants to give them away at a retreat. So now I feel like I need to have some bags for sale. That kind of thing. Oh, which reminds me. I'll get to that in a minute. These are things I want to do. These are the future plans. And then, with all the cross-stitch supplies I've gotten lately, I'm kind of bursting at the seams. I need to, I have an idea of how I want to organize them, and I need to execute that. And then I want to like kit some things up. And I kind of honestly need to make project bags to kit them up. And I'm kind of teetering also at the point of like, do I want to have more whips? Am I okay where I'm at? You know, the age-old question. Do I have too much? Do I need to work on what I have? Blah, blah, blah. Why am I not inspired by what I have now? Like a peacock, a unicorn, a badger. I haven't touched that in months. I don't not love it. But also, I've been wildly distracted by the artsy housewife, my birthday starts, things like that. Finishing up my quilt. So, and there's only so much time in the day, right? Which, let me circle back to the, oh yeah, I forgot. Because I have been stitching and such, I've been trying to post way more on my Instagram account, which is the same name, Becky's House of Sewing. And recently, for whatever reason, the algorithm has introduced me to several people. So I've increased my friends across the board, and it reminded me that I've still been teetering on getting close to that 500 subscriber mark. And so I was like, I made this bag, which here it is again. And these are fabrics that I got. It's a charm pack that I got from QuiltCon. I forgot the word. From QuiltCon that I made up into a project bag that I'd like to gift to one of you lovely subscribers. So I was like at $4.90 for weeks and weeks. And I finally decided to use my powers for good and made a plea on Instagram and said, hey, I'm almost at 500. Who wants to join me so I can give this bag away? So I'm going to give this bag away. Let me show you the inside. Inside is fabric that I had. I like a light color on the inside so it's easy to see. I love this little fish pattern in the back, this little geometric fish pattern. And this charm pack is really fun. It's got donuts and junk food and all kinds of stuff on it. So, if you would like this bag, I would like to send it to you. As long as you live in the U.S. I'm really swamped at work, so I really need to make it as easy as possible to get it out. I promise for my overseas friends I'll do something in the future that will include you in it. But for now, if I can just pop this in the mail to somebody in the U.S. of A., I'd appreciate that, and I hope that you enjoy it. So let's use the number 500 on there. So if you would like to be entered to win, I will do a random comment picker. So include the number 500 in your comment, and I'll pick a winner. And I'll do that the next time I video. How about that? So thank you to all my new Instagram friends and subscribers. It's nice to follow you guys along and meet you on the web and you know, have some stitchy friends, because you can never have too many. So along with the giveaway, please don't say giveaway. Please be 18 or older. Let's keep the trolls away as much as we can and the bots away, so that nobody gets scammed or anything like that. I will reach out directly to you, or you can email me. My email is in the description box as well. Yay! See what else I wanted to talk about. I feel like that might be it. And what a great way to end with a little giveaway, right? So I look forward to seeing you guys next time with more brown and cream quilts completed, hopefully, and off to the mail here shortly. And I think that's it. I think I'm going to say au revoir. Please be careful while you're stitching. Don't hurt yourself. Don't love it so much that you hurt yourself. And also, it's a great lesson to remember to relax. Sometimes I hold things like with a death grip, and that, like, even that is like hurting my arm in here, I can tell. Relax. Calm down. Enjoy it, would you? These are all the things we need to say to each other. So wish me luck on my talk next week. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. All right. Bye-bye.